Hey, good morning. Welcome to the morning brief. Today's Friday, February 13th. So, besides it being Friday the 13th, may be a good day to maybe lower your risk a little bit since it is Friday the 13th. Looking at news today from forexfactory.com, 8:30 this morning, we had core CPI month over month came out at zero point 0.3, as expected was 0.3%. Now, on the face of this, it looks like, hey, it says as expected. But here's what you need to know. This is an increase. 0.3% is an increase. That means CPI, Consumer Price Index, is going, yes, it's the same amount as expected, but it's still going up. That is not a good thing. CPI month over month, 0.2%. Again, less than expected, but still positive. Means it's still increasing. Prices are still going up. We still have inflation. It's just not growing quite as fast. CPI year over year, 2.4% versus 2.3%. Again, less than expected. That is good. Bad, it is still a positive number, which means CPI, Consumer Price Index, is still going up. So not the best news, but not as bad as it could have been. Moving on. Looking at the daily chart, you can see yesterday had an ugly down day on heavy volume. So a couple of things. I get a lot of feedback from traders, and a lot of people are complaining how hard the market has been over the last couple of weeks. And yes, volatility is high. And when you have high volatility, it means that you get these really jerky runs. Like it'll go down very, very, very quickly, hard. And then it turns around and rips right back up to where it was before. And then it goes down again. There's very little, it feels like there's very, very little conviction in either direction. And yet, when it does decide to move in a direction, it rips your face off, right? Just remember that this is not normal and it is difficult. So if you're having difficulty, that's normal. What do? You lower your size. So go down to the micro contracts. Obviously, when volatility goes up, you've got to increase your risk because the noise factor is bigger. There's more volatility, more movement. So you may have to expand your risk. So maybe instead of only risking 20 ticks, you're risking 40 ticks. But if you're on a smaller contract, you have less leverage. You have a little bit more leeway to give that trade some time to work out. And of course, the other option is when it's like this, sit on the sidelines and don't trade, right? Sort of seems kind of obvious at times. Where are we going? Short term, downtrend. Medium term, sideways. Long term, uptrend. We're below the two moving averages. We still have the main moving average, the 200-day moving average way down here, but we are below the 20 and the 50. We're also broke below this other trend line here. So there is definitely some negativism in the market. You got a major low volume node at 68.70. That'll be resistance on the top side. Also on the top side, that's 68.95. I would round that up to 6,900. Of course, 6,800 is a major area. We get below that, it's kind of look out below. Retest the low from a couple weeks ago. 67.55 would be, get below that. Ugly, ugly, ugly. If we break this band that we have been in, could get nasty. Looking at the inventory. So we had nasty price action yesterday, but we had positive inventory. This is not right. When you have aggressive sellers, inventory should be contracting. Inventory was expanding, which means what? People were buying into this down move. Again, the buy the dip folks came out in as normal. However, I've said this many times, when this behavior changes, it will be very, very ugly. So just keep that in mind. You think this could have been a way worse day if we didn't have all these people buying into it? Yeah, it could have been really, really ugly. Okay, moving on to the overnight action. Overnight action, or what's going on? We are down, had 48 points of action range. That's well above average, about 2.5 times average. Yeah. Where do we have support and resistance? Resistance on the top side, 68.65, 68.80, 68.90, of course, 6,900. On the bottom side, we've got, I would say, 68.20, 68.10, and 68.00, and just below 6,800. Yeah, that's the way it is for today. Stock Traders Almanac, 61.9, 61.9%. Chance the market will be up today from the Stock Traders Almanac, which is historical record of averages. So there you have it. Hope you have a great day. Remember to subscribe and like. I'll see you Monday morning. Have a great weekend. Happy trading. Hey, thanks for watching the morning brief. Check out my website for more information, oneononetrading.com. Take a look at the Troy levels and trade location finder for the futures markets. Help you find those levels of support and resistance that are just so hard to find. I also do personal coaching and mentorships. So go ahead and take a look at my website, oneononetrading.com.